Go on.
Well, hello and Feliz Navidad. That's Merry Christmas to all of us here. It's 25th. It's exciting. It's a magical evening. And we have definitely something special for this 87th episode of Mann Darpan. 87th episode of Mann Darpan that's coming up for all of y'all. We've got guests from all across, from the U.S.A. and people who are featured in Stories of Inspirations 2022. So आपका सबका स्वागत है इस सेशन में, our 87th episode. But first, let me welcome our chief guest for the evening today. We have Dr. Jeffrey Taxman joining us from Wisconsin, U.S.A. What a pleasure to have you here, sir.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me, Doctor.
Yes, और डॉक्टर जेफरी टैक्समैन अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मानसिक स्वास्थ्य में एक बहुत ही बड़ी हस्ती है. He is a psychiatrist, a psychoanalyst, and a trauma intervention specialist. He has 35 years of hard work and experience in the field of mental health, and his work has been selfless, getting him a lot of awards and accolades, and we are indeed happy, proud, and very privileged to have him as our guest today. Sir, all of this means a lot to us. Let us ask you to begin with, what exactly is the need for mental health awareness and things like drives, programs, everything to bring out mental health awareness and abolishing stigma? What is the need?
Well, the need is great because our mental health is everything. How we feel and how we think and who we are is what we do every day, how we interact with people, how we feel about ourselves, and our purpose in the world. And if that's impaired, it impairs everything we do. And unfortunately, for many people, mental health deterioration isn't noticed right away. Depression, anxiety, panic, or even strange thoughts. They often start slowly. And because we work hard all the time and we do the same things all the time, we often don't notice the small declines in our well-being. Sometimes it's a family member or a friend or a loved one who first notices it. And very often people don't want to admit there's something wrong. So the earlier you can get back to normal, you can reinstitute a balance in your life, the earlier you can receive treatment or advice, and the earlier you can get back to your normal, balanced life. Treatments are much more effective if they're early, and less damage is done to one's life.
I think very rightly said. ये देखो मानसिक डॉक्टर चाहे यहाँ का हो या वहाँ का हो, ये बात जो जरूरी है बहुत अहमियत रखता ही तो है. And that is why, respected sir, we have our initiative called Inspirations. Inspirations is India's first mental health tabletop calendar that we initiated to spread awareness about mental health and also to take away shame and stigma that is associated with mental illness and treatment. And this is our 11th edition of the calendar that's come up. We are happy and proud to have this, where we feature stories of people who go through mental challenges, difficult times in their lives, and they come out victorious with the help and support and love of their family, of the psychiatrist, of medications, counseling, and their own inner strength as well. So through this medium, we spread that awareness and try to take away shame and stigma that's associated with mental illness. And today, we will have two of these stories shared with us here. Dr. Taxman, I am happy to bring about our first story, and that is the story of Farahna. अब हम लोग के साथ जुड़ जाएंगे फरहाना, उनका पति और उनका छोटा सा बच्चा भी. Let's have Farahna join us. Hello, namaste, good evening. Yes, देखो छोटी सी प्यारी बच्ची भी हाय हेलो कर रही है सबको. और आपका बेटा भी तो है, बड़ा बेटा.
सो गया.
एक परिवार हम दो हमारे दो, राइट? लेकिन यहाँ पे हम दोहराते हैं ये बात जहाँ पे फरहाना को जब उसके दूसरे बच्चे के लिए वो प्रेग्नेंट थी, तब उसका सदमा जो डिप्रेशन का था, वो तकलीफ बढ़ते जा रहा था। The challenge is always, if somebody is pregnant and depressed, we avoid medication and help her through that journey. अब ये 9 महीना का सफर जो था बिना दवाई गोली का, आपका दिमागी तकलीफ जो था, आपका दर्द, दुख और सदमा जो था, इसका क्या एहसास आपको हुआ और इस सफर का आपके मिस्टर को क्या हुआ? ये 9 महीने के बारे में थोड़ा-सा बताएंगे आप हमको?
स्टार्टिंग में तो बहुत ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट था। पहले तो समझ रहा ही नहीं था क्या हो रहा है, क्या नहीं हो रहा है। फिर आपको डॉक्टर कॉल कर करके परेशान करते थे रात को 12 बजे 1 बजे, ये क्या हो रहा है, कैसा हो रहा है। तो मतलब आपने डॉक्टर गाइड करते गए वैसा करते गए। जैसा एंजाइटी अटैक मतलब मॉर्निंग में ही बहुत ज्यादा होता था, उस टाइम वोमिटिंग भी, उस टाइम घबराहट भी। तो आपने जैसा बोले थे जैसे सुबह में मॉर्निंग वॉक को जाओ, बाहर ही नाश्ता करो। तो मतलब हस्बैंड ने वैसा ही करते गए, जैसा आपने गाइड करते गए वैसा ही करते गए, और फिर वैसे ही मतलब कंप्लीट हुए 9th मंथ
तो
जैसा आपने
फरहाना
बताते
कभी रोना होता था, कभी चिल्लाना होता था।
रोना तो पूरे 9 महीने। यहाँ तक कि आप डॉक्टर बोल रहे थे, जब भी हम आपको परेशान करते थे हॉस्पिटल में कॉल करके कि ये क्या हो रहा है, ये क्यों हो रहा है, ये नहीं चाहिए, ये तो चाहिए नहीं, ये प्रेगनेंसी नहीं चाहिए। आप भी मतलब ऐसा हिम्मत देते थे कि नहीं ये पार हो जाएंगे, सबको होता है, सबको होता है। हो गया, लेकिन ऐसा लगता था ये पॉसिबल ही नहीं है। लेकिन सही गाइड, हिम्मत थोड़ी सी, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह सब पार हो गया।
सब पार हो गया। 9 months of difficulty that went through and she was the classical
बहुत
helpless.
स्टार्टिंग में तो बहुत ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट था, स्टार्टिंग
Right.
बहुत ज्यादा था। और उस टाइम पे तो दवाइयाँ भी नहीं थी, लेकिन एक बात करके एक बात समझ में आती थी,
Very
वही
good.
करते जैसा गाइड करते गए वही करते गए। ऐसा इम्पॉसिबल लगता था लेकिन वो पॉसिबल हो गया।
Possible हो गया, क्या बात है। Right. We experience a lot of agitation and aggression that she had, but the role of the
लेकिन
husband
मतलब
also
उस
was
टाइम
great.
पे मतलब ऐसा लोग बोलते थे जैसे दवाई की नहीं, लेकिन बिना दवाई के भी कवर हो गया। तो 3 मंथ तो बिना दवाई के ही कवर था।
बहुत
मतलब
अच्छा।
सही डॉक्टर की भी उस टाइम जरूरत थी। जैसे डॉक्टर आपको हम मॉर्निंग में 6 o'clock होता था, ये कैसा आखिर रात रोते 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 ये रात को 12 बजे।
और देखे हम लोग, आपका पति तो बहुत अच्छी तरह से बच्चे को संभाल रहा है। He has got used to his role of a father very easily and taking good care. This is the level of love, care and affection and attention that he gave her all the 9 months and more. फैजल, आपको क्या बोलना है इसके बारे में? आपका क्या रोल था ये 9 महीनों के लिए?
डॉक्टर, हमारे को लगता ही नहीं था कि फर्स्ट के बाद सेकंड कभी होगा करके।
मुश्किल था
मतलब
आपके लिए भी?
मुश्किल था, क्योंकि ऐसा लगता ही नहीं था। मतलब एकदम हिम्मत, वो खुद भी हार गई थी हिम्मत। क्या मेरे को लगता ही नहीं है कि मतलब सेकंड में भी मैं कर पाऊंगी करके।
राइट।
एकदम
और कभी
उसके दिल
उसको
में एकदम
घर
डर
से
था।
बाहर जाना था, कभी बाहर से घर आना था, लेकिन आपने हमेशा साथ दिया। चाहे वो गणेश घाट पे उसके वॉकिंग के लिए लेके जाते थे रात को, जब हम लोग बातें करते थे उसको संभालने के लिए। राइट। तो आपका रोल
मॉर्निंग में 6 o'clock को भी, रात को 3 बजे भी मतलब बोलेंगे नहीं आइसक्रीम खाने का, तो रात को 3 बजे ढूंढ के लाते थे आइसक्रीम। मतलब एवरी टाइम उन्होंने सपोर्ट करे।
बहुत
ऐसा
अच्छा।
मतलब वो ये नहीं, डिप्रेशन मतलब प्रेगनेंसी से पहले भी था। तो उन्होंने ये नहीं सोचा कि जैसा दवा खाने लेके जाएंगे तो लोग क्या बोलेंगे, कैसा ये करेंगे। बराबर मतलब दवा की जरूरत थी तो दवाई भी दिए, हर मोमेंट पे सपोर्ट किए।
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड। और आज आप अपने बच्चे को देखते हैं तो क्या एहसास होता है दोनों को?
बहुत ज्यादा खुशी होती है।
अल्लाह का मतलब बहुत बड़ा ऐसा नहीं, हर चीज पॉसिबल है। जैसे हमको तो उम्मीद ही नहीं थी कि कभी ये पॉसिबल हो सकता है, लेकिन पॉसिबल है, थोड़ी हिम्मत करेंगे तो।
और आप लोग क्या मैसेज देंगे लोग को जो देख रहे हैं इस कार्यक्रम को, और शायद और औरतें हैं जिनको तकलीफ होता है इस वक्त पे वगैरह, आप क्या मैसेज देंगे, क्या मिसाल देंगे उनको?
यही कि अगर दवाई की जरूरत है तो दवाई करने में शर्माना नहीं चाहिए। क्योंकि वो उस टाइम की जरूरत रहती है। उस टाइम खाएंगे तो मतलब आगे की लाइफ सिंपल होंगी। आगे की लाइफ सिंपल बनाने के लिए अभी तो वो सिचुएशन से निकलना ही पड़ेगा। लोगों का सोचते बैठेंगे तो अपनी तबीयत का क्या, अपने घर का क्या।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। तो आप लोग का मैसेज है कि शर्माना नहीं है, अगर ऐसा कोई
हाँ,
तकलीफ हो तो मदद जरूर लेना। दैट्स
जरूर
ग्रेट।
करना।
वी
हाँ
विल नाउ म्यूट देम
प्लीज,
एंड
मतलब
लेट।
मैं पूरे में तो एक
हाँ, और यही बात हम सर से बात करते हैं अभी। Dr. Taxman, you've seen the story of Farahna and how difficult those 9 months were, but her husband persisted in giving her help and seeking professional psychiatric treatment. We were happy to be part of their story. The woman, especially during pregnancy and childbirth, has so many mental health challenges. Would you throw some light on this journey, sir?
Of course. Having a child is a wonderful thing, and it should be a joyous event. And many women enjoy being pregnant, they look forward to it. But for many women, it can be difficult mentally. There are hormonal changes that may lead to a change in one's mental health, in one's outlook. There are physical changes. There may be issues about body image. But especially the partner, the husband, the family, their support is very important, and encouragement is very important. And there are 2 or 3 stages of pregnancy, childbirth, and then postpartum. The hormonal changes occur especially near the end as the woman is getting ready to deliver. And there may be postpartum, after the delivery, dramatic changes in hormones that may lead to depression. And besides that, in many cultures and countries, there's often the husband may be working or may not have time. And as we see in this case, we see a very devoted husband and father, and that is a very good approach. But many women are afraid to say that they have thoughts of being lonely or depressed or angry thoughts or even violent thoughts. And so they hide it, and it may feel shameful. But the most important thing is to talk to your doctor or your husband or your family or your mother and get help for that. It should be a joyous occasion. And if your doctor and your loved ones can help you, that would be ideal.
It's also that the woman is mentally, emotionally wired to experience more intense emotions. That also contributes during this time, sir?
Well, that's probably partly due to the potential hormonal changes that may make them more sensitive, and evolution may have been preparing for taking care of a new life. But that also brings in, especially for the first child, for both the mother and the father, we've never done that before. Nobody gives us an instruction manual. True. And suddenly you have the responsibility of a brand new, helpless newborn life. And that can be overwhelming for both people.
Very true. And love, support, making an environment that has affection and appreciation and clear communication. Yes. The felt needs also that a husband understands for the wife. I think that makes the journey so much more comfortable. It's important that we give this message across. और सब जो देख रहे हैं, I think फराना और फैजल का ये कहानी जो है एक मिसाल बनता है हम लोगों के लिए कि ये जर्नी जो होता है चाइल्ड बर्थ और डिलीवरी का, ये आसान नहीं है. Very often, as it is said, the woman is the stronger sex to be able to go through something like childbirth, but not without support. And as Dr. Taxman rightly said, it is a joyous moment. ये खुशी का मौका है, तो सबको जुड़ के इस मौका को और खुशनसीब बनाना जरूरी चाहिए. We must understand the mental health challenges that the woman goes through, and in that way be as supportive as possible. फराना और फैजल, आप दोनों को और आपका बड़ा बेटा और आपका ये छोटी प्यारी सी बेटी जो नन्ही फरिश्ता जो आया है आपकी जिंदगी में, हम आप लोग के लिए बहुत बहुत दुआ मांगते हैं कि आप खुश रहेंगे और इसी तरह से दूसरों को भी अपना मानसिक स्वास्थ्य को संभालना, इसके बारे में जानकारी जरूर देंगे. Right? We are happy to see the beautiful pictures of a family in happiness who have sailed through their mental health challenges because of love, support, and no shame or stigma attached to taking professional help. Bahut khoob. With this, we take a little breather out here now. Thank you very much, Farahna, Faisal, आपका ये कहानी के माध्यम से, और ये हमारे पन्नों में आएगा इंस्पिरेशंस का दूसरों को इंस्पायर करने के लिए. So we take a breather here and all the best.
थैंक यू डॉक्टर. आज मतलब पॉसिबल हुआ, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह आपकी वजह से ही इतना सब कुछ पॉसिबल हो गया. जो इम्पॉसिबल
लगे भी दुआ मांगो. Yes, nothing is impossible.
चाहिए बस.
Yes, thank you. At this point of time, let me welcome Rebecca to join us also. Rebecca is definitely busy celebrating Christmas today with her family. But Rebecca, thank you for always being here to share your talents and making our Mann Darpan episodes extra special. So Christmas,
Yes,
how are you celebrating it today?
Yes, doctor. I went for mass, and this time I'm at my granny's place. I'm celebrating Christmas over here with my grandparents, and we also brought a stuffed chicken. So that's how we are enjoying.
Okay, that sounds appetizing. Of course, there's the Christmas cake, there's Christmas sweets. I think calorie counting is difficult during the Christmas week, right? And we
Yes.
have Dr. Jeffrey Taxman joining us today. Let's have the essence of Christmas brought in with the Christmas carol. Over to you, Rebecca.
Yes, doctor. Long time ago in Bethlehem, so the Holy Bible said, Mary's boy child, Jesus Christ, was born on Christmas Day. Hark now, hear the angels sing, a king was born today, and man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day. While shepherds watch their flocks by night, they see a bright new shining star. They hear a choir sing a song, the music seemed to come from afar. Hark now, hear the angels sing, a king was born today, and man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day. Now Joseph and his wife Mary came to Bethlehem that night. They found no place to bear her child, not a single room was inside. And then they found a little nook in a stable all forlorn. And in a manger, cold and dark, Mary's little boy was born. Hark now, hear the angels sing, a king was born today, and man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day. Thank you.
Much you brought in the essence of Christmas. 48 Christmases that I have seen, but it just keeps getting brighter and better every time. Thank you. We will get back to you again so that we have a Christmas finale before we end as well. Thank you, Rebecca. Yes, so there are a lot of messages flashing in from our audience. Archana says, women have so many challenges and the strength of a woman is unlimited. Aisha says, kudos to Farahna, so proud of you. I understand your journey. Seidel says, family support means so much. And Leslie says, let's all promise to do away completely with shame and stigma associated with mental health illnesses and its treatment. Wow, I think, Dr. Taxman, this is what we need, this is what we want, and this ripple effect is what we are looking at. Well, we get in our second story that we have for our calendar, and he is Subha Das. So let's welcome Subha Das with us, and you are now in the spotlight. Hello and welcome, Subha.
Yes, good evening, everyone.
Thank you for joining us from Mumbai. Subha, what do you work as?
At present, I'm working as a house manager and a butler in
Very
the
good. So,
Madhvani group of companies. It's like a
right, right.
multinational Indian company. So it's
Great.
all present. I'm taking care all these houses and this personal taking care of my boss and madam in this Mumbai.
Yes, so that's a responsible job. But I have even seen your videos on the YouTube, etc., that says you escaped death almost thrice. And
Yes,
let's take your memories back to when you were down with COVID. That was also a difficult experience for you, and landing up in the ICU. What
yes.
do you remember of that?
It's first of all, I'm really great to all of you. You people are giving me the chance to confront in all of you and share my things, and it will be help for someone. So it's a very appreciated thing. So if you will getting some help from me, so I always with them. So my thinking is never give up, always try and fight is everything.
Yes, I'm
That
sure
time,
that is what has brought you this far, right? So, with
yes,
that COVID experience and you landing up in the ICU, what happened?
in the month of April 20, I think it's a 16th April. I'm just that time I was depressed and I'm nothing to tell anyone, and I was just going to anywhere and called my friend and they came to me and they have taken up to the hospital, and that time I was it's like a 105 and 6 fever, and my
Okay,
breathing, I'm not taking a proper breathing, and my oxygen level is under 80. So that time doctors just saw me and he told me, say, how are you danger in now that position and you are
right.
still now in the home. So in then and there he admitted in the hospital,
Right.
and
तो
after
इसका
two
मतलब
three
था कि आप तब कोविड पॉजिटिव थे.
that time he, yes, that time is
Right.
a COVID
Right.
positive,
Yes.
and they are tested me. That's a it's a, like a COVID antigen test, and it
Right.
reveals that it's COVID positive and scan everything. And day by day, that's my condition was deteriorate, and my oxygen level is below 80, is sometimes 75, 70, but it's most it it almost like it's a gone case.
Right.
So
और
all of
इसीलिए
my,
आईसीयू में आपको रखा गया.
yes, then after they shifted to me into the ICU, and after the ICU, I have not recovered, just putting all the like it's called what they call, it's a life saving system,
Equipment, yes, all
life
the life
saving
saving
system.
techniques that were there.
Equip-
But the unfortunate thing is कि आप जब आईसीयू में थे तब अनफॉर्चुनेटली आग लग गई थी. अब
it's
ये
a like
क्या हुआ आपको?
it's a 22 22nd April in the night. That time I'm just went to sleep in around like 2 to 2:30. The sister is just shouting, "Aag lag gaya, aag lag gaya, aag lag gaya." So that time I'm totally defrosted. Because my oxygen level is down and I'm not moving. A mask and bypass is there. Everything is there, and I can't talk anyone. I can move from, but fortunately, my bed is just near to the door, and that time
Right.
I'm just pull up out of all the pipes of the like oxygen bypass and just throw it out, and I just stepped down to 1 foot from my door, and then I senseless.
राइट. ये
Then after,
विरार का वल्लभ हॉस्पिटल में आईसीयू का आग लगने वाला खबर था, जो काफी
yes,
सदमा था, और 14 लोग उसमें गुजर चुके थे. आई थिंक ही इज द ओनली वन और टू पीपल हु सर्वाइव्ड दिस
two
ट्रॉमा.
people,
Hmm.
yes, yes.
एंड यस,
And that
दिस
is
इज
one of
ह्यूज.
that is trauma is that one for me. I can't save anyone, and in front of my eyes, there's a 15 people are like just dying. I'm just seeing that they are dying in front of me, and I can't do anything. And after that, I totally got a senseless. And when I got my sense in the next early in the morning, then I saw that I'm shifted to another hospital and the ICU.
God has been kind and a miracle worked for you. And what we see as the story went forward is ये सदमा को बुलाने के लिए और इससे अपने आप को निकालने के लिए उनका परिवार, उनका पिताजी जो खुद काफी बुजुर्ग है, उनका वाइफ, बच्चा, and including the people in the area, the magistrate that was there, the lady who was the tehsildar, they also
Yes,
suggested that he take psychiatric help and counseling. Now, this is a very important message that flashes through, and you went ahead with that. Was that valuable for you, helping yourself to come out of this problem?
yes, sir. So one more thing is that I also want to say you that's when I admitted in the government hospital, that is the one more terrific thing. It's a I have to be seen every day. Every day in front of me, there are lots of people are dying. Every day I seen like 15, 20 dead body in front of me. And might be in besides my bed. I am talking with someone. After 5 minutes, he died. Then another people will come. Then after 5 minutes, they will also they died. This is a every day. I can't sleep throughout the 15 days. Well, every time there are some like a phobia. People are coming and people are going, and in front of me this is happening. I'm like it's like a when I go for the went for the sleep in the night 5 minutes. Then I am shouting. I am jumping from my bed. So
Right.
this
So
is
it was a very difficult experience for
very
you
very
to
difficult.
go through
Every
all of
day.
this.
Yes. First of all, I that is a massive fireworks from my hospital, and I saw that's how 15 people is dying in front of me. They're burning. 15 people are burning. The जिंदा जल रहा है वो लोग. That I
Yes,
seen, and then after
definitely.
I seen the every day 15 20 people are dying in front of me. I might be someone is sleeping with my bed, side bed, and after that they are dying. What happened? Yeah. मतलब ऐसा लग रहा है मैं
Yes.
2 मिनट
ये
उससे बात किया था 5 मिनट के बाद
ये
वो डेथ हो
काफी
गया उनको.
मुश्किल घड़ी से आप जा चुके हैं। यहाँ पे हम सर से पूछते हैं, Dr. Taxman, you are a trauma intervention specialist. You've seen and you've interviewed and
And sir,
worked with first responders.
and
Just a minute,
and
Shubha, we'll take
okay,
sir's opinion and we'll come back to you, right?
okay.
So at this point of time, sir, we are seeing what trauma Shubha has gone through. Anything that you come through with people who go through trauma like this, what do they experience and how common it is to have such intense emotions when you go through trauma of this scale?
This is the good sir has been through terrible multiple traumas. I mean, we could discuss just the trauma of the COVID-19 pandemic and having it and fearing that you may die from COVID. But then the fire and witnessing the death, that is an extreme trauma. So those are two different things. And, you know, in major disasters, when one witnesses this kind of death or is close to escaping death very closely, that's an extreme trauma. And we usually do see consequences. Sometimes people don't think they have any effect. They're just grateful to be alive and, oh, I'm okay. And it may come later in dreams or thoughts that come into your head without wanting to think about them, or reminders, or seeing a flame, or hearing a noise. So these are things that, as we said before, the earlier you can get support, the better. And there are treatments for after trauma symptoms.
So the message is also, if you experience trauma of this scale, go ahead to take help and make your life easier and better. Just what Subha did. Subha, आपने बहुत अच्छी तरह से अपने आप को संभाला with the role of your family and your friends. As we saw in those photographs, you said there are some friends who are so close to you, and your family, including your father who is so old, they all were pillars of support. Can you briefly tell us the role of your family and friends in making you stable today? उनका क्या role था? We have to, yes, unmute. Just a minute. You'll be unmuted. Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Can I?
Yes.
Yes. Sir, it's a one like of rebirth. It's my rebirth. After that, that's a one more trauma has happened with me. that that's the air turbulence. When I came from Mumbai to Calcutta, there's a terrific air turbulence was happened, and that turbulence also my father is still now he is in invalid, and I am also injured in front of me because that time I never think that we will be alive. So that is a one more trauma.
That was the third near escape from that,
That is the
the
third
air
trauma.
turbulence that you experienced on your way
Yes,
back by flight.
yes, yes, yes,
True.
please. My father is still now he is handicapped.
Recovering. Yeah, yeah. We
He's
know
recovering.
that
So
is
this is the third
difficult.
trauma.
Yet
Yes,
he was supportive for you, and yet he gave you such words of courage. I remember speaking to your father, and he
yes, sir.
said, "रोल तो हमारा है एक साथ इस तकलीफ से बाहर निकलने का." And his
Yes,
father, no matter what that age was, he still was standing strong by his son's side and said, "Together we will come out
exactly.
of this as a family." Very
He is
strong
the
words from a
he's the
senior person, from your father to you.
That's
he's,
wonderful.
he's the 81 and she's still now fighting. Can you
True.
imagine, sir? He's
Very
81
exemplary. Yes.
and at present in 81 he facing like spinal transplantation. What a terrible operation! It's an 8-hour operation. The
True.
doctor already gave me a his last chance because there is a no chance to alive. But God say all of the prayer and all the wishes he saved his life.
Hey,
And
God has
think
really been on your side all through, huh, Subha?
yes,
That's great. That's great.
in
And your
that time,
family, your wife, your friends, you
yes,
said they are very, very supportive and helpful.
yes, sir, yes, sir. And also main thing in that time I was a very strong. This happened. Everything was happened with me, but I never give up my hope. आई ऑलवेज ट्राई नो मेरे को आगे जाने का है मेरे को आगे बढ़ने का है मेरे को कैसे भी इसमें से निकलने का है आई हैव टू कम आउट फ्रॉम दिस थिंग सो दैट्स व्हाई आई टॉक विद द Ujjwala madam and he gave me your number and that's
Yes.
your help Dr. Fabian
That
sir.
is very remarkable and noteworthy, Dr. Taxman, that it was people who were around him that recommended, who were taking charge of the situation then, that he take psychiatric help and intervention be done since everything was of such an intense scale. So that definitely is the way forward. I'm happy that you managed to take this help and the results we are seeing as so good. What is your message, Subha, to everyone watching this program? आप क्या बोलना चाहेंगे लोगों को?
My message is that is we are the soldier. We are the soldier in this world and we are always fighting. Until the date we have to be fight. Never give up. My dear friends, please go ahead. Whatever is come in your life, in your health, in your mind, don't be shy. Always you carry out these things. You always cope up these things. You always consult with your favorite, whatever is your mentors. But don't shake. But don't pull out your socks and come out. We have to win. We have to joy in everything. We have to win
Those
each
are
and
very
every.
strong words, सुबह. Yes. और
Yes,
क्या अगर ये मुश्किल पड़ता है किसी के लिए, तो क्या मानसिक डॉक्टर से संपर्क कर सकते हैं? Should we take
absolutely.
help to support
Absolutely.
ourselves?
Absolutely. Because
Very good.
मेरा कहना है never shy. You have to be go psychiatrist. You go to the counseling because that see, sir, you are giving me a counseling. You gave me a psychiatric treatment. I can come out from that trauma. No,
Yes.
now I'm
Not
very
without your own support for yourself, that is.
yes,
So the message is clear कि शर्माना नहीं है, इसमें कोई
never,
दबा नहीं है. अगर
nahi,
सपोर्ट की जरूरत है, आप आइए, डॉक्टर का मदद लीजिए. Go to your
exactly,
close by psychiatrist, mental health specialist, counselor,
exactly,
psychologist, but take help and don't do it alone. Yes, Shubha.
yes. And be strong. Always be strong. लाइफ में बहुत
Yes.
कुछ होता है बट वो चीज
Yes.
को हम लोग को जीतने का है आज भी मैं जंग लड़ रहा हूँ मेरा डैडी हैंडीकैप्ट हो गया मेरा घर पे इतना प्रॉब्लम है मेरा आज भी वो चीज मेरे को घूमते रहते हैं बट क्या आई केम बैक माई ओरिजिनल लाइफ एंड आई एम डूइंग ऑल दीज थिंग्स तो
Yes, that is
वी
why
आर
we have
ऑल
wonderful messages pouring in, Subha, for you. Janet says, Subha, you are a real superhero. Misbah says, thank you, Dr. Fabian and Dr. Taxman, for making this Christmas special with these words that come through. Vipasi says, very inspiring and motivating real life stories. And Varsha Kaku says, thank you for making us smile through our tears. I think it's really beautiful to have those messages all for you and what you've come through with your story. At this point of time, let me ask Dr. Taxman, these COVID times have been challenging for us, Dr. Taxman.
Yes.
And we've seen different types of trauma all around us, right from the March of 2020 that we've been seeing the pandemic and the lockdown. We would like you to try and break this down into small, simple steps that we can do to help ourselves in some way or the other to come out of these traumatic experiences.
Well, as you've been saying all along, one of the most important things is being with people that you love. Because one of the side effects of COVID has been isolating people. Many people can't go to work as usual, or can't go to pray as usual, or can't have important family and life events like weddings, funerals, which is very disruptive emotionally, especially it's very important in the life cycle. So being able to be with loved ones carefully is very important. Taking care of yourself physically, getting enough rest, eating well, and of course, if you can, being vaccinated. And what vaccination does for many people, besides protecting from very severe illness, is it gives a little more peace of mind. Because another problem with the COVID pandemic is the fear. A lot of these fears are what we hear about and fears of death, but they also bring out old childhood fears, fears of the unknown, fears of something that can hurt you that you can't see, losing one's support, like a little child losing the parents, helplessness, no hope. So anything you can do to take some control over your life within your personal space helps with that. Another thing, unfortunately, at least in the United States and in some other countries, the news media is very alarming, and they sell more airtime by being very frightening. So I advise people, while you need to be in touch with official reports, stay away from some of the more inflammatory news. Don't pay attention to the news. I'd rather see you do a hobby, or sing, or work, or be with family, or celebrate your life events. So that may help decrease some of the anxiety. Get your rest, eat well, and take care of yourself.
I think that's a powerful message, Dr. Taxman. The simple things are the ones that make a big difference. Getting your sleep right, getting your appetite right. In fact, that is something that triggers our psychoimmunological response and gives us that psychological immunity as well that we need to combat these situations of difficulty, of fear, of anxiety that is there. So take these messages home, dear people, and make sure we practice them to make our lives better in these difficult times. Thank you, Shiv Shankar, Amish, Sushila, Shirin, Shramika, Ramesh, Stephanie, Jyoti, Jairaj. All of them are saying that these are simple things that we can put into practice, and surely will make a world of a difference, not only for ourselves, but for the people around. That's so true. Thank you, Subha, for joining us. Thank you for your story. और आपके कहानी के द्वारा हम दूसरों को भी उत्तेजित करेंगे कि हमको दिमाग और शरीर दोनों को संभालना है ऐसे चुनौतियों को पार करने के लिए. Thank you. We wish you luck, and let us assure you of our prayers and good wishes for your father's recovery, for your father's health, and for your life ahead as well. Thank you for joining us, Subha. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. We come back to you, Dr. Taxman, and well, you have been a winner of so many awards, sir. You have won the Teacher of the Year award for 12 times and more. You've also won the Exemplary Psychiatrist award. So much that you put in. Let us know where do you get your energy and your passion that you put into so much of yourself in the mental health field? Can you share that with us?
Well, I'm very fortunate because I found a career path that fits me. I enjoy what I do. And it doesn't feel like work most of the time. When I'm teaching, it's almost like a vacation. I get recharged teaching. I love the interaction with the students. And with disaster work, as well as the work in my office, it's a privilege and an honor to be able to do the kind of work we do, Doctor. People come to us with good faith and open candor, and they ask for our help. And to be able to help an individual through something they can't get past, what could be more fulfilling? So I think it's that privilege and respect for the work. Every individual that comes to me is different. And so they're like a puzzle that I have to figure out what is the best way to help this individual. So I find it both intellectually and emotionally fulfilling. And that's as good as things can get. So I enjoy what I do.
Great. You may still be having your moments of challenge and difficulty and stress that comes through. What are your secrets for de-stressing? What do you suggest and what do you do?
Well, I hadn't thought about it much, but now that I've been listening to you, I think it's the things that you've been saying all through this broadcast. It's my family. It's taking the time for myself with loved ones. It's engaging in the other parts of my life. It's balance. I think balance is so important in one's life. So yes, I work very hard all day, but I have the other part of my life that is equally important. So I think balance is important, and having one's family and loved ones for the good times and the bad times. You know that they're there, you can count on them, and that gives you some stability.
Definitely. I think that message reels across to everyone, and we realize that the value of our family and our friends play a very supportive role through all of this, especially since we are going through these times which are challenging. Our lifestyle has changed. The take-home message for sure is that balance is beautiful. Let's bring about balance, whether it's our personal lives, our professional lives, what we do and what we don't do. Striking that balance is definitely the name of the game.
Yes.
Well, de-stressing is what we ask you to do. And here's a few things that Wellsprings Counselling Clinic also helps you to de-stress as well. We'll flash a few slides and let you know and remember that we have our online daycare sessions that are there. The online daycare helps you to de-stress from where you are, whether you're going through stressful times in your personal life or professional life, or for no reason at all, just to learn a few tricks and trades of de-stressing yourself. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 4 days that we have, 6 o'clock to 7:15, an hour and 15 minutes if you can give us. We work this through a 4-day journey to help you de-stress yourself, a better level of self-awareness and self-discipline. That's what the online daycare is about. Well, we also value the kids, and we have Mentastic 2122, which helps the kids get mentally fantastic. And we have sessions every month, and this will run till April 22, one session every month, to teach them how they can use their mental energies and strength for the better. Don't forget, we have our online Christmas party for you kids who have enrolled on the 27th of December at 6 p.m. Let's spread the Christmas spirit. We also have our social media connections that we invite you to be part of. Like we said, mental health awareness is so important, and we have Wellsprings Counselling, which is our Instagram handle. And please be in touch with us. Take through our positive messages. We have our Insta Live on the 2nd and 4th Saturday of every month, Bato Bato Mein. Conversations on mental health. You can be our guest. You can share questions, doubts, whatever it is, but we are promoting conversations for mental health awareness every second and fourth Saturday at 8 p.m. on Insta Live Bato Bato Mein. Make sure you can get in touch with us via the WhatsApp 908-209-3848. And we have our grief support that works a session every month, which is entirely free once a month. If you've lost somebody and you want to get through your grief, this is it. Make sure you help yourself. Well, we also have Ouch. Ouch is Overthinkers Unlimited Chill Out Help Zone. This is a support group for people who think too much. We share space and it's in confidentiality. It's your comfort zone. Second Sunday of the month, 12 noon, you can enroll and you can be part of these support sessions that we have. There's a lot that we offer. Coming back, we want you to be de-stressed. We want you to find balance in your life. And that is most important, like what Dr. Taxman said. Time to invite Rebecca to come back and give us our Christmas finale. Yes, Rebecca, we are happy
Yes,
to have
doctor.
you. And like they say, have you been naughty or nice?
Yes, when I was small, my granny used to make a Christmas cake, and I really loved the batter. So hidingly, I would have some batter without her knowing. And when I
Yeah.
was small, I was naughty. Now I am nice.
Okay, well, most of us are a little naughty and a little nice, but nevertheless, Santa Claus is always nice. And let's have you bring in the spirit of Christmas with your Christmas carol. All yours.
Yes. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice, he's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees when you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Thank you. Doctor, you're on mute.
Okay, am I audible now? Yes?
Yes.
Loud and clear. Well, Melissa says, Rebecca, God bless you and your golden voice. Rohit says, proud of you, Subha and Farahna. Sarvesh says, programs like these are so inspiring. And I think this is what we need to continue to do. Well, Santa Claus has been nice and will continue to be nice. Here's something that Wellsprings has done, giving Christmas hampers to ordinary people who make our lives special with their extraordinary effort. So we have Mahindra, who's the laundry man around close by. We have Sai, who's the car cleaner. We have Gulam, who's the watchman. Irfan, who's the rickshawala. Raju, who's the vegetable vendor. And Latesh, who's the fruit vendor. Christmas hampers going to all of these. And let's make Christmas for those around us special also. Well, this Christmas, like we flashed the next slide, and we ask you to be the gift for others this Christmas. We may not have fancy gifts to give. COVID times have been difficult. Some of us are under financial stress. But hey, come on, we can give a listening ear. We can give a helping hand. We can give some time to others. A little bit of kindness won't cost too much. If we can manage to do things with simplicity, we can still be the gift that we are meant to be this Christmas season. So let's spread that Christmas spirit and make sure we make people have much more smiles. I like that, what it says, sprinkle kindness like confetti, right? So that is what is good for you. Any message that you want to give to our people and with the Christmas spirit in the background, Dr. Taxman?
No, just to embrace the spirit of this season. And as you said, continue it after today. Be kind to others, care about others, and be the gift to other people.
That is so beautiful. That can help us feel like Christmas all 365 days of the year, isn't it? Well, we have something for the new year as well. So as we flash the next slide, we invite you to participate, my dear people, in our contest that runs a 90-second film contest that you can make, My Mantra for Mental Health 2020. I am happy to be part of this initiative called Psychiatrist Unite. We are 14 psychiatrists that together promote videos and various health messages that are related to the mind and mental illnesses to make people wash away stigma from mental illness treatment. So with this initiative, we are asking you to try and make a video. The deadline, of course, is 3rd of Jan 2022. And the topic, the theme is My Mantra for Mental Health 2022. You can be one person, you can be a few people together, it can be your office, it can be your family, but you need to give a message for being stable as far as your mantra for mental health is considered. So join in, there are no fees, it's a free of charge activity, but enjoy it and let's make a difference. Yes? Well, this is a special episode and I need to thank my special guest, Dr. Taxman, for joining us all the way from the U.S.A. It's so kind of you, sir, to give us your time and be part of this initiative of ours. We are really delighted to have you. You have been our Santa Claus this Christmas by being here today. And let's try to get the others if we can. And as the slide flashed, we have Subha. Thank you, Subha. Thank you so much.
Sir, just 1 minute, sir. Sir, 1 minute, sir.
Yes,
1
Subha,
minute.
you have
yes,
your
1
friend
minute.
joining in.
यस सर, आज मैं इतना अच्छे दिन में, एक अच्छे शुभ दिन में मैं ऐसे दोनों से आपको मिलाने जा रहा हूँ जो मेरा जिंदगी का सबसे बड़ा अहमियत रखते हैं। उन दोनों जो मैं कोविड से, मतलब मैं इतना खूब नसीब वाले हूँ और इतना दिन आज इतना अच्छा है जो वो दोनों आज मेरे साथ है, जिसके वजह से मैं ये जिसके वजह से मैं जिंदगी में दूसरी बार मैंने जन्म लेके आ पाया। ये है मेरा दोस्त मिलिंद है और ये है एडवर्ड, जिन दोनों के वजह से नमस्ते ये दोनों के वजह से मैं आज ये जिंदगी, मतलब मेरे को रीबर्थ बोलते हैं ना, मेरा रीबर्थ हुआ इन दोनों, तो मैं कितना खूब नसीब हूँ कि आज ये इतना अच्छे दिन में मेरे दोनों मेरे साथ है आज।
बहुत खूब। एडवर्ड और मिलिंद, बहुत खूब। ऐसी दोस्ती बरकरार रहे और ऐसा दोस्त सबको मिले। It makes the difference. And thank you for bringing them also into the frame. Yes, we wish all of you and your loved ones a great Christmas. Thank you once again, Anirudh. Thanks for being a part always to help us and support us. Anirudh is our guy who technically handles everything and gives us one great show after the other. You're going to see him in another avatar next Saturday as we have a musical blockbuster coming in our next episode of Mann Darpan to bring in the new year. So don't miss our next episode next Sunday, next Saturday, which will also be a Facebook Live, a YouTube Live initiative. Once again, thank you, Dr. Taxman. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Subha and Edward and Milind. Thank you, Farahna, Faisal, and our very own Anirudh. Thanks for all those who tuned in. Spread mental health awareness and let there be no shame, no stigma. Happy Christmas and a great year ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.